Welcome one and all. Love Them Knives channel here. We've got CJRB, and you go, hold on, I've seen your thing on the pyrite. Nope, this is not the pyrite, dude. Okay, this is the pyrite. This is the Ekko. Okay. Are they the same size? This one looks bigger, doesn't it? I guess we'll measure it out, because I kept thinking, oh, it's bigger, and maybe it's just slightly bigger. This is a Laconico design, and where did he put his stuff? Oh, over here. Okay. So this is the J1929B as in Bravo. Deep carry pocket clip. Can we flip it? Yes, we can. Is this a frag handle? No. Is it kind of slick? Kinda. It's steel, okay? And it's not titanium. Kind of wonder where they're going to go with this in the future, because this is a good looking knife. Here's the pyrite, and then here is, by the way, the pyrite with titanium. And the original pyrite looks like this, okay? But it was steel. And now they got one, it's just like 20 bucks more to have titanium handles, okay, on this. Check it out. Isn't that wild? They're all button locks. Actually, they seem to function pretty good. I'm not having problems with them. So pretty fidget friendly. But I just thought I'd show all three of them because they're kind of sharing the same DNA, aren't they? It's almost like I was wondering if Laconico didn't do the pyrite, but I see he's not being attributed for that. But the Ekko, yes, and it's a front flipper. And so let's do this. Let's put this on here and see what we got for length. And come on. And well, 3.2, not quite 3.4 inch blade, 7.5 overall length at 19 centimeters. So what do we got centimeters wide? About 85 millimeters at 19 centimeters, but not 85 centimeter blade, 85 millimeter. And so, okay, now, hold on. And of course, this one has got that Warney type blade, so maybe, but I think these are closer to a 3. Now, that's 3 1/4, but it's not 85 millimeters, is it? It's 81, maybe, something like that. And it's 7 1/4, so it is shorter. It's shorter. Okay. So this is a bigger, longer knife, okay, than the pyrite. All right. So that's good. Didn't quite make it to a 3.5 inch blade, but it feels slender in the hand. It feels pretty fidget friendly, and I like finger flicking it, but I mean, it's pretty easy to front flip as well. Okay. So yeah, it's centered. Let me see if it feels pretty solid. Yeah, it feels pretty solid. They don't cost nothing, hardly. I mean, let me get the box down here at least underneath it. But, and of course, this is White Mountain. You can get them from CJRB wherever you want. White Mountain, they're 59. I think they're 57 on the CJRB site. Of course, you can get 10% off here, so you're going to get about $6 off. So low 50s, whatever, and they don't charge tax or shipping. So $53 would probably be your all the way to the door price. And so here's the others. AR RPM 9 blade. They're calling it a drop point. Kind of interesting. Steel clip, button lock. We can reverse it. And what else did I do on here? Okay, well, so this is off the CJRB site. AR powder steel blade, 57, and you can get it in black, you can get it in silver. And so there's that. So let's see what it weighs. It weighs 124 grams. And let's go back around to ounces. I mean, it's obviously not super lightweight. It's 4.4 ounces. All right. I mean, not overly heavy, but it's steel, okay? So if this was a button lock and it was G10, it'd be lighter. It might be grippier. If it was micarta, I guess, lighter, grippier, but it's steel. So I don't know what the deal is with them getting up on all the steel handles that they're using right now. Some of the guys that have commented say, you know, then if you're going to do that, have a milled pattern, frag pattern, something like that. It's easier to get better grip on it. You know, maybe not a super heavyweight type of cutting instrument anyhow. So this would be for light to medium use. And therefore, how much, you know, are you going to worry about slippage? I guess if you had sweaty hands or something like that, and you're really doing a lot of cutting. So I get you. But I feel like I've got pretty good grip on it. You've got jimping up here. And yeah, the ergos are pretty good, but this is typical for Laconico, isn't it? Now, another thing that might be of interest is the fact that, yeah, it is pretty thin. 0.39, 10 millimeter. That's it. That's it. I mean, most knives are at least 12, 13, even 14 millimeters thick. That's thin. Okay, blade stock, let's kick it over here. 2.3 millimeters, so that's pretty thin as well, 0.09. And, well, if we're going to play with the blade, let's play with the blade. Come here, give me that. Give me a piece of paper. Okay. You know, I always like to check it, just kind of see what I think. And you know what? That's pretty doggone good. That's standard factory edge with a plus to it. That's a little sharper than most factory edges that have rolled through here recently. So that's good. Got a little cutaway here. I guess that, you know, you can keep yourself out of trouble when you're stropping or sharpening it, but not really a big go forward area. But I feel like I'm up on it enough when I hold it like this regardless. And this kind of blade shape, I think this would be all right to use for a lot of different applications. And also, you know, you've got contact here. So really even kitchen prep. And you know what? You could get this exposed to moisture because it's basically a 9CR18 in powder metallurgy form. And so that'd be 18% chromium. That's pretty good, okay? So this ought to be a good little user steel. And you guys can chime in on your experience with AR RPM 9. I've heard some people say that they were very happy with it. I've heard others say that it doesn't hold an edge as long as some of their other user steels. And so you might want to, you know, let me know how you feel about that so Artisan can also look at customer feedback on that. We got all kinds of things going on in here. Looks like in that standoff, and we'll take it apart, but it looks like you can run a lanyard through there. That's kind of interesting. I mean, they didn't put a hole in here, but then, I mean, I just saw that when I was turning this, and I'm going, oh, there's a hole in there. And I was also looking in here, you know, it looks like it's been weight relieved as well in here. Supposedly, they've got ceramic bearings in here, so that's good. That's good. So really overall, You know, knives are getting into that $70 range. I mean, just budget users, G10, whatever. And so this being in the 57, even in the low 50s, I think that's good. And what kind of surprises me is that CJRB is doing this. Here's your model, by the way, 1929B. Let me kick this open. It's really kind of strange. This is usually the kind of box you get with the artisan knife, which is the high grade knives that Artisan puts out. CJRB is their budget brand, but you get a $250, $300 artisan knife. That's what you get. It's really kind of strange. They are using a kind of a luxury box in a way, and it comes in plastic, and it's got two areas for putting your knives in. So go figure. I don't know. I mean, for a $50 shooter, you wouldn't think they'd get this extravagant, but it is. So there's that. I mean, it definitely protects your knife that well. I don't know. Somebody's probably going to say, save the money, reduce the price, or up the whatever, So, but this, I don't know. I mean, this is big enough to where I guess I'm not going to say, oh, this needs to be 3 3/4 inch blade or whatever. This is enough. I mean, these, the Pyrite, they're supposed to make a large version of this because basically this is 3-inch blade, 3.1, 3, maybe squeaking out to 3.2. So they're going to make a bigger one of these, and it should be out soon. But this, I don't know if there's going to be a point to doing that. But it's a Laconico design. If you want a Laconico knife, it's got good ergos. It's fidget friendly. It's slender, easy to carry, not too heavy, and definitely priced right. So there's that. Well, let's see. I mean, we got a way to get in from the front or the back. So what is that telling us? I don't know. Let me try the front. And does it turn everything? Yeah, it does. Hold on. Yeah, it does. Okay. So we need to put a kibosh on that. Let's hold this in place with this little puppy, and okay, didn't take much to bust it loose, but obviously it's not a captured pivot, so we've got that. And let me see if we're running number 6s on the body. Okay. Okay, there's one. And there's 2, and they look the same length. So this should, in theory, come off. In theory, it should come off. Yeah, a little plastic fid coming in there, saving the day. Okay, you gonna let it? You gonna let it go? You gonna let it go? Come on. What are you holding on to? Okay, we got you over the button there. Okay, so and they are definitely weight relieved. And here came our little, I guess that's fur lanyard. That's my best guess. And we've got ceramic bearings. This is okay, here's your spring, of course, for your button. Okay. This is weird. Let's knock these out. Okay. There's weight relieved on that side too. Okay, got it. This is interesting. What is this? Why do we have that? Why is it flattened? Where is it supposed to correspond? It's going to correspond nowhere. So maybe we're using this pivot on other knives, and so they just made crap loads of them and decided to put them in the Ekko as well. But there's no place that this is going to stop from turning, because there's no flattened spot corresponding with it on the front scale or the back scale. So there's nothing that's going to keep it from spinning. So what's the point of putting a flat area here, unless it just happens to be the same size that they're using in another knife or other knives that do have a, you know, a captured pivot. So maybe that's the purpose. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. All right, and you know what, and also, you know, machining that to, come on, okay. I was just going to kick that out, but it doesn't want to leave, does it? Okay. There you go. I knew you'd get out of there. So we got it. And there's the setup. There's your screws for the pivot, the body on that side. Here's your little standoff where I guess you can run a lanyard through it. There's your bearings. There's your pivot. There's another standoff. Or, you know, this is probably your stop. And your button and your spring. And that's the thing. We're back with the Ekko, and it's fidget friendly, that's for sure. It's wallet friendly too, and it's a Laconico design. Where are they going to go with this? I would think that this would not be a one and done on their line, but who knows? Maybe they'll bring this up into the artisan and do something, you know, titanium, M390, something like that. Or maybe they'll do a G10 liner lock, or who knows. But yeah, I like the idea. Take care, my friends. Thank you for hanging out. We are Love Them Knives. So you guys stay sharp.